Few minutes ago, I needed some directions, and then you know what happened? I asked, I asked, let me turn back here. I asked a student to please call one of the organizers to assist, and this guy was reluctant. I mean, the student, and then I'm like, but I've got the number. So the only thing is I can't communicate to her. Is it possible for you to assist me? And he he did. Finally after I convinced him. But then the problem was, he was telling me that this is his boss. So to the boss, you don't disturb the boss just like that. And I was just thinking, and I mean that's what I've picked up all along. In Namibia, often as lecturers, we are not respected, or as academic scholars, but elsewhere, you know, even though I don't know for whatever reason in Namibia, the feeling is that positions and titles doesn't matter. But then people worked very hard for it. If you look at what transpired between this student and myself, where the student was reluctant to call, I mean, the lecturer, his lecturer, you know, because of that respect. So it's a sign of respect and not because of positions. So I know that in our country, at times we don't respect, I mean, scholars. Um, but I mean, these are things that we need to learn. These are things that we need to learn. Yeah, yeah, so interesting. I was really, you know, impressed with how he tried to handle the situation. And then after the call, even, we called and then we got the directions. He was like, no, that's my direct boss. And also my lecturer. I mean, I shouldn't be calling her, and so on. So, Namibia, Africa, let's learn. Let's learn, the issue of respect. It's a serious one. It's not because of a title or a position, but people have worked for it, and we need to respect them. So just like this particular student, who was reluctant to even communicate, and it's just communication, no disrespect whatsoever. But I know, I mean, for us, you can be disrespected, not about communication as a lecturer. I remember when I joined NAST, and along with my professor, we went to the canteen, and there the students were pushing us like no one's business. And my question was, but what's happening here? I mean, who is who here? And I didn't take it lightly. So nowadays, I don't even, I mean, buy anything from the local shops there, because I don't want to be pushed around by students. And I would never allow that. Even if you guys say titles and all these things are not important, I would never do that, because I was raised, or I was trained in a way to respect elderly. So, and elderly, and also the moment you see a professor, I was trained to respect them. And yeah, and that's how it is for me. And I will still continue. I will still continue. Like the professors in my department, the likes of Prof. Haudemo, Prof. Zelege, Prof. Mene, all of them, I respect them. And not that I would disrespect any other person, but I would understand that, I know that, in terms of academic ranking, these are the positions that needs to be respected. In South Africa, they have got senior professors also. So, we respect them. And I am coming from that school of thought and issue around, I mean, academic positions and their academic space. So sometimes in Namibia, it's a little bit tricky for me. I mean, to understand, or to comprehend the fact that, anyone, I mean, working at NAS can just be disrespectful towards an academic. Maybe it's the culture, or I mean our culture in Namibia, but I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if it's the right thing to do. So let's respect each other and let's learn from the others as well. The example that I've just given. Let's do that. In Africa, we preach about um, respect. And but still, yeah. I don't know. I've spent few days in Malaga, and maybe it's a cultural, traditional kind of a city, and people respect each other. But I've seen that the youngsters. I mean, you guys talk about Generation Z, Generation what, and then I mean just to disrespect others. Yeah, people still respect each other even though they are from that generation. They know that elders are elders. So nga sora ko ngap ki didas ama bisang kang robot ma Africa pula dra hong aba habe dai gede ba ngiya hunara khata se ngiya hunara khata se so kaise ke kan so thank you very much.